Hello everyone and happy Transfer Tuesday. Transfer Tuesday is the day of the week where we move our money in the right direction no matter which financial goal we are going after and no matter how much we can afford to transfer or contribute. If you've never heard of Transfer Tuesday before, or if you just want to know more about it, check out my description box. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into my transfers from the last week, and then I will make a transfer for today's video. I'm going to start with investing. I did have one investment go through over the last week, and that would be my 401k. Now, I typically get paid on the 15th of the month, but the 15th was a holiday, so I got paid on Friday, January 12th. That was my first paycheck of 2024. And obviously, when we start a new year, you also start over with your 401k. And y'all know that one of my goals for 2024 is to max out my 401k, so I adjusted my paycheck, my contribution, so I could reach that goal. And in order to do so, I would have to contribute about 32% of my paycheck. And that is what I contributed from this first paycheck. So 32% of my pay comes to $940.80. That was contributed to my 401k. And then my company matches 6%. So that is $176.40 for a total of $1,117.20. That's a lot of money, and that's just one paycheck. So that's going to happen obviously twice a month. Just seeing that, almost $1,000 from me per paycheck is pretty crazy. This does lower my tax burden quite a lot. I was expecting to have to pay like $1,000 or so per month in taxes from my full-time job, but it's actually a little bit less than that, like 800 something per month is what it's going to be looking like. So that's really exciting. The other thing too is that I'm now paying more for my health insurance. So my company pays for, I can't remember if it's 90% or 95%. I think they cover 95% and then I cover 5%. And just overall for the whole company, our premiums increased. Like last year, I think per month it was low 600s for my plan. And now it's like $750 per month. And that's a pretty big jump. So previously I was paying like 30 something per month for my health insurance. And then my company pays the rest. And now it's like 100 something, which is fine with me. I'm grateful that they're paying 90 something percent. That does take care of a lot of it. And also because I'm paying a little bit, it lowers my tax burden because that is a deduction when it comes to taxes. That's something that I forgot to include in my budget. So I made sure to start including that, and I can update when I actually go over all of my finances for January, and then moving forward for like the months upcoming when I get paid for my full-time job. I also have to account for, since I'm like looking at gross earnings now, I need to account for insurance. Anyways, that is it for my investing. So now we can move on to savings. As of right now, my focus is my business sinking fund or my business savings. I have a goal of reaching $4,000 in this account. And as of last Transfer Tuesday, I reached $100. And since then, I have only made one transfer. So on that same day, on Friday, January 12th, when I got paid, I transferred $500 from my Regions checking account to this business sinking fund. And that is the only transfer. That's a pretty good transfer, $500, and now that sinking fund is sitting at $600. And I will go ahead and make a transfer right now. Before I make this transfer, there's kind of a lot going on with my business. So I recently filed for an LLC, and also I will be filing as an S Corp for my taxes for 2024 moving forward. And it's been a lot. It's a little bit overwhelming, but just taking everything one step at a time. But because of that, I am now on payroll from my business. So I am the owner of my business as a whole, and then I'm also an employee of my business. So my business as a whole makes earnings, and then I have to pay myself from those earnings. And that, I don't know how that's going to work yet. My first paycheck is the last day of January. It's kind of confusing because everything is unpredictable. Like each month looks different. So I've set myself a salary, like a monthly salary or yearly salary, and then I can give myself like overtime or bonuses so I can receive any extra funds that I need to, you know what I'm saying? But because I have done this, it's now just not as simple as it was before, where, for example, I got a payout today of almost $2,000 from last month's earnings for something. That $2,000 is now funded through my business, and I can't just transfer it to myself. Like I could, but that's doing things the wrong way. Like I need to keep it in there so I can pay myself through my like W-2 job. So instead of being able to use those funds right when I get them, I have to wait until until payday, which is now going to be twice a month from my business. That's okay if it doesn't make sense. Me trying to explain it doesn't really make sense to myself. But yeah, it kind of just delays when I even get my money. Like my money's already delayed, but now it's delayed even more because of this change, which is okay. I still just need to figure things out. I don't expect to have everything solved within, you know, the first few days of filing this way and operating this way. So it's been definitely a big learning curve, but I am excited because this should save me quite a bit in taxes. And I'm confident that I'll start to figure things out and it will get easier from here. So today I'm just going to make a small transfer because those funds are still tied up, and then at the end of the month or later into February maybe, I will be able to make a larger transfer. So what I'm going to do is just transfer $200 from my main checking account over to this business sinking fund, and I will pop confirm page up on the screen as I confirm. So that's going to be it for me today. Gonna pop up my Transfer Tuesday tracker up on the screen. This is available for purchase on my Etsy shop. But on here you can see what I contributed to my 401k. This is just for myself, not with my employer match or anything. And then the only other savings was for my business sinking fund. So $500 earlier, or I guess last week, $200 today, for a total of $700 in transfers. And now I have $800 in this account. And that means I am $3,200 away from my $4,000 goal. That's it for me today. Please comment down below what you did to move your money in the right direction. And hopefully y'all are staying warm because it's very cold here and I'm in Georgia, so I know it's much colder elsewhere. But otherwise, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.